Everything started when the name Cuba Gooding Jr. suddenly appeared in conversations no one expected him to be part of. For years, he was known for his success, his awards, and his presence in Hollywood. But now his name was being mentioned alongside one of the most disturbing scandals involving Jeffrey Epstein. At first, it didn't seem real. People online thought it might just be another rumor, another name being thrown around without evidence. But then, something changed. Legal documents began to surface, and reports started connecting dots that many hadn't noticed before. The situation escalated when a former producer linked to Sean Combs made serious claims, mentioning an incident that allegedly took place on a yacht near the U.S. Virgin Islands. That location alone raised immediate concern because it's the same region tied to Epstein's known operations. Suddenly, this wasn't just about speculation anymore. It started to feel like a pattern. And patterns are what make stories like this impossible to ignore. What made things even more intense was how quickly the narrative began to shift. Instead of focusing on a single accusation, people began asking a much bigger question. How many individuals were actually connected to this network, directly or indirectly? The idea that someone from mainstream Hollywood could be mentioned in the same breath as one of the most controversial figures in recent history made the story explode across the internet. But here's where things get even more complicated. Not everything being said has been proven, and that's exactly what keeps this story in a strange gray area. On one side, there are official filings and documented claims. On the other, there's a flood of speculation, theories, and interpretations spreading faster than anyone can keep up with. And in a case like this, separating fact from assumption becomes almost impossible. Still, one thing is clear. The moment these names started appearing together, the entire narrative changed. What once seemed like a closed chapter in history suddenly reopened, pulling new attention, new questions, and a wave of curiosity that hasn't slowed down since. And just when it seemed like this was the peak of the story, even more details began to surface. Details that would shift the focus away from individuals and toward a place that many believe holds some of the darkest secrets of all. As the focus shifted away from individuals and toward locations, attention quickly locked onto Little St. James, a place that had already built a reputation surrounded